What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. Just the other day, we had the state of play for PlayStation, and they announced what everyone thought was going to be a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, but instead, it seems to be some sort of spin-off game called the Ghost of Yotei, and of course, it is a female protagonist. Which, look, in this day and age, unfortunately, with pattern recognition and just example after example of unlikable female protagonists that goes around talking shit about all the men in order to look great. And even if this is done well, this is a blue-eyed samurai, like an underdog story, like they say. I'm just tired of that particular meal right now, and I'd like something else. So I was not going to buy it, but you didn't have to tell me that, because maybe word of mouth would have taken me around a corner, and I would have. I don't know. You never know. But here is former Sony chairman Sean Layden telling gamers, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. Oh, sorry, that was a different one. If you don't like Ghost of Totei, don't buy it. Well, no shit, Sherlock. And granted, this is the former chairman. Probably wouldn't say this if he was the active one, but and it's also not helping everyone's reaction that the actress that Sucker Punch chose is this person, Erika Ishii, who immediately went on a banning spree, banning people that had never even interacted with her. And of course, she has all the fun opinions about white people and trans ideology and police. Yeah, defund and then some. Of all the different look, a lot of people were saying it's woke before we get to Endymion. A lot of people were saying it was woke, and it basically boils to two sides. One, we don't know one way or the other. Trailer didn't look inherently woke. That being said, do understand why people are questioning girl boss protagonist in this, like I said, right now in this climate, when it's sort of the tail end of that being forced on everyone and badly done. It wasn't even done well, right? That's part of the thing. And that's what Az and other people are trying to say, that look, we're tired of girl bosses done horrible. Me personally, I'm tired of them being done well, at least right now, for a little bit. Just a little moratorium. Please, let me get some fucking masculine male characters just for a little bit before we go back to that being said, I'm sort of agreeing with what Endymion said in his. He said, Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior, because of course it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. Ghost of Yotei is hopefully a smaller spin-off game, but if this is the true sequel and this is the new main character of a Jinsekai, fuck that. So sick of the forced girl boss narrative. Here's JT trying to JT, Smash JT, and Vex and Leon all immediately trying to look, even done well. Like I said, I'm just tired of this type of character. But takes place hundreds of years later. Atsu is the character, and Sony confirmed it is indeed a sequel. So no more Jin Sakai story. This is the main first. Mighty Keef, man, what an absolute loser. Mighty Keef calling anyone a loser is pretty damn funny. I think this is a very fair take, what Endymion said. And here's Sean Layden. And by the way, pride flag, trans flag, American flag, Japanese flag. So, okay. It's a game, entertainment, a story, a team of creators believes in. They want to make this. Good. I hope they do. I hope they think that this is amazing. Let's see if it translates and if they can do it. Two, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself? That is the dumbest shit. And anyone that says that, that's fucking retarded. That's like me if I own a restaurant and someone comes and they didn't like a meal. They go, let's go eat somewhere else. Make your own food. It's like, no, that's how you alienate customers, not build the customer base. So good thing he's the former chairman here addressing his point. So Layton's first point, likely untrue, given that Sony and PlayStation have made it very clear they are not just in the business of making games and entertainment anymore. They are indeed in the business of propagating gamers. In other words, it's not just a game. It's not just a game. In fact, this was one of the things that CEO of Saber, Matthew Karch, was talking about, that he was disgusted by the attempts at Embracer and the games with him of preaching to players and trying to impose morals on them or ideology. Bro, we're here to get the heart rate up and to get some glory kills, all right? And that is the type of people you want making games, not this preachy shit. And also, yes, they've covered their diversity and their DEI requirements to try and court that drying up ESG money. We've covered it pretty extensively in video games. And of course, we've talked about their discriminatory hiring practices. They will hire people based on skin color and sex before anything else if you say the right things. So all of that, right? To the second point over here too, because I skipped over some of his points because I didn't really care what the archdiocese thought. That's exactly what people have been doing for a long time. Not buy, oh, you don't like my game? Don't buy it. That's what's been happening. You've been releasing shit. And yes, they lovingly list all the ones: Suicide Squad, Concord, 2 weeks in, Dustborn, never hit more than 100 players, Star Wars Outlaws, and others. And ironically, of course, this is the same thing that happened. If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Kelly Sudaconic, who then just a year later was like, oh, things are so horrible. I don't know how we're going to survive. And comic numbers of comics that used to get you canceled would now, if you did those numbers, you would be a miracle worker. You would be a rainmaker, that you were able to get comic book numbers like that. And that just goes to show you what, and again, sorry, the last one here, Doctor Who. Oh, you don't like it? You don't like trans this and that ideology? You don't like the doctor? And you as a man wouldn't be able to understand? Then don't watch our show. And that's exactly what happened, is just show after episode, their numbers dropped to the lowest numbers in the entire history of the television show. So we got to stop telling people, if you don't like if you don't like the book or the TV show or the game, don't buy it. You got to stop doing that. Start being a little nicer and engage with those fans and find out exactly what their issues are and explain to them why it had to be the way it was, unless your reasons are indefensible, which is probably what it is most of the time. And then the last one here is go make your own game. Well, that is actually what people are doing, and movies and TV shows. So shout out to people like Razor Fist, into the Badlands, and Joe Suntag, who's got Reaper Destroyer. People are doing Eric July's. Everyone's doing things. Drunk 3PO, he's got his Achromatic Chronicles. So people are making their own things. Drinker is obviously doing his Rogue Elements movie off of his Drake series. So yeah, it's happening. Star Wars Theory is literally making $1 million Vader sequel, and Empire, or what is it? Dark Empire, Heir to the Empire, CGI stories and all that, because they won't do it. And that's exactly what C.S. Lewis said to J.R.R. Tolkien. If they won't write the kind of books we want to read, we shall have to write them ourselves. But it is very laborious. Yes, it is. Let me know what you think about all this. Are you going to be playing Ghost of Yotei? Do you think everyone's overreacting? Or now it's been a couple days, you're seeing who they got to the actor, you're seeing their response to people just questioning. Little defensive. Anyway, be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
Well, bye.